modesty is one of the major character traits of myself as a person. Basic सुर जो acting का होता है, I was like ठीक है, मतलब character का जो सुर एक की बात होती है वो ठीक जा रहा है.
I was able to give my director, I was able to give the voice what I thought I wanted to give.
And I was very happy the way she used her voice in the film. And first thing is the story has to be.
Okay.
Earlier it used to be, I used to look at the character first.
Keep reading the story, keep reading the story, keep reading the story till I can relate to the character.
Well, a common question, technology एक boon है या bane? जी हाँ, ऐसा एक सवाल आप लोग दिल में जरूर आएगा जब आप लोग देखेंगे Amazon मिनी टीवी पे एक न्यूली लॉन्च शॉर्ट फिल्म जिसका नाम है 1800 लाइफ. जी हाँ, आज मैं यानी कि विशाखा पंडित आप लोगों को कराऊंगी रूबरू इसी शॉर्ट फिल्म की लीडिंग कास्ट दिव्येंदु और श्रुति के साथ, जो करेंगे बात इस मूवी के बारे में, अपने खुद के एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में, and a lot more insights on how they had these stalkerish kind of experiences in life. तो आइए बुलाते हैं इन दोनों को और जानते हैं कि कैसा रहा इनका एक्सपीरियंस.
Guys, welcome to Telechakkar, and I would say only one word, I'm quite intrigued to see what it is because I saw the trailer and I'm like, oh, what actually happened here? So like, firstly, I would say, what was your experience with 1800 Live?
Experience with 1800 Live? Well, it's always fun to be part of a project that is aiming at reaching new heights, which is what 1800 Live is doing with the introduction of a new kind of storytelling, but the introduction of an artificial intelligence in storytelling. Yeah, like it's always exciting to work with. Again, you have such big names involved with the project. Fun. So out and out fun. Creating a character, putting it in order and actually presenting it.
Divyenndu, I think the first thing that when I have seen the trailer, I'm like, okay, ये परेशान है, इसकी लाइफ में दुविधाएं हैं, लेकिन फिर भी इसको भी समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि इसके साथ हो क्या रहा है. So what was your experience, when you got to hear the script and, when now that the first part of it, like the trailer is out, well, how was your experience with it?
Pretty amazing actually. The thing, it talks about, the AI intervention in human life and, and at the core of it, it's still a human story. So it was nice to experience all these mixed emotions together, and obviously the character, like you said, he's pretty disturbed already in life and, going through a gamut of emotions and everything. He's a little tipsy also, he's a little drunk, and then at that quite literally cliffhanger moment, gets a call from someone who seems to know about things about his life, and so it's quite surreal that ways, and it just the best thing about the script is when you're that desperate and that when you're in the moment where you want to do something really dramatic with your life, that some intervention happens and which sort of stops you. So it had to be something which is genuinely interesting or genuinely intriguing, and that's what I liked most about the script, that when I was reading it, it was actually is something that you would want to go ahead and read or would want to watch.
But tell me one thing, that seeing कि किस प्रकार से कोई एक अनजान इंसान आपको कॉल करता है and he or she knows entirely about your life. रियल लाइफ में कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि कोई ऐसा स्टॉकरिश टाइप फीलिंग कभी ऐसा आया है that somebody calls you and they know each and every small detail about you?
यार ये होता है, ये डेफिनेटली जब आप जैसे like films वगैरह में आ जाते हैं तो so like my number I remember it got leaked and I used to get these random phone calls and उन random में से भी कुछ जैसे होते थे like guys like जिनके साथ बचपन में कभी कुछ time spend किया होगा and they call you and they're like like my nickname is Sunny और Sunny कैसा है ये वो and you're like कौन बात कर रहा है, तुझे याद है ये करते थे वो करते थे ये करते थे and you obviously you don't know, you don't remember because आप life में इतने लोगों से मिल रहे हो, but that person, for that person you are that person, right? So he or she remembers everything about you. So definitely. So one of my fans only then messaged me and he said, sir, it's actually your number got leaked on internet. So you have to change the number. So I had to change the number. Otherwise, I was getting all these fancy phone calls, at random time.
Fancy phone calls at random. Okay. What about you, Shruti? Have you ever faced such kind of a situation wherein, you've had somebody knowing each and every small move of yours?
Yeah. It has happened in college. I think most girls have gone through it. Women go through that. There's this phase where the phone call, it's not difficult to get the phone number and the phone call and they know where you're going, at what time, what you're wearing, what you're eating. It's really tricky. I think it's time to... it feels like a different lifetime ago, but it's pretty much still exists.
But then tell me something, guys, because when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, this is quite intriguing. This will all obviously keep me hooked to my screen to know the entire story about it. But then when you guys read it, and now when the final product is ready, what was your feedback for your own characters? Do you think that you guys have done a fair job towards the characters that you read about, or do you think it could have been much better?
So I'm highly impressed by my acting skills. I loved myself in the film.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, being honest, yeah. I saw the film and I was like, dude, this guy can really act.
I think this is you being modest, I guess, but that's good.
Yes. Modesty is one of the major character traits of myself as a person. So, but yeah, but jokes apart, I mean, it was quite nice to see the film, how we imagined it to come, and it's pretty close to what we all imagined our film to be. It's pretty satisfying to see that you have somewhat reached the character. I wouldn't say 100% because you never know what 100% is. But yeah, at least looking myself on the screen, I was like, chalo, I mean the बेसिक सुर जो एक्टिंग का होता है, I was like, ठीक है, मतलब कैरेक्टर का जो सुर एक की बात होती है वो ठीक जा रहा है. But more than anything, the film in itself is very intriguing. I mean, there are such highs and lows in the film, and different situations coming. It's very, very in the moment thing.
But then I would say that, are the two of you very critical of your work, or do you guys just prefer giving your 100% and then moving across towards the next scene of it? How is it for you people?
I think you can give your 100% only if you're particular about your work. Otherwise, it's and any artist who likes their work, it's like anything, not even acting. If you're making paneer sabzi at home, if you know how to make a paneer sabzi, you're going to give it your 100%. You're not going to just mix anything and put some sugar also in it and put some coffee powder in it. It's going to be, you're going to be very particular about where you take your thought process and how how much you give your 100%.
So what was your feedback for what the result came out for this one, if I may ask, Shruthi, because seeing how we will just get to see it sometime that around. What was your feedback for your work that you did in this one?
I was able to dissect. I was able to give my director. I was able to give the voice what I thought I wanted to give. Along with Manavi Baby, we sat and we discussed very in depth what we want out of the character, what we want, how this character is going to contribute to the story, because there is this guy at the verge of killing himself. So he's going through so much, and then there's a phone call right at the moment when he's off to step off the ledge. So how are you going to make that phone call and just a voice intriguing? So we sat in depth and we analyzed this, and I feel like I've been able to give whatever she wanted and whatever I expected myself to give out of it. Then uske baad, now I don't know how you will like it, I don't know how Daksh will like it, I don't know how Shantanu will like it. So it's going to be everybody's judgment is going to be different, but what you can do is just give your 100.
How was it working with each other? Like, what was the first trait that you liked about working with one another, and what do you think could have been between the two of you?
How did you enjoy working with me, Divyenndu?
What is that one thing that you liked about working with one another, guys?
I mean, to begin
that
with,
we didn't have to see each other.
she's easy on the ear, maybe. Good listener, good talker, stalker. It's but yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it's
it was
fun.
What was the first impression? What was the first impression about one another?
My very first impression about him was that he is a really serious guy.
Okay.
That was what I first thought about him, and turns out I'm right. Really serious. No, my first impression was that this is the honest. Okay, I was just trying to be cute over there. But the thing is that he just comes across like an easy person to hang with, and he is just an easy person to talk to, and he's funny, he's spontaneous. So never a dull moment with him. Yeah.
What about you, Divyenndu?
So-
What was your first impression about her?
I mean, it was through her voice because, we never met. And, I just, while watching one of the rough cuts of the film, I just heard her voice for the first time. And, so yeah, I was, like I said, she was like really easy on the ear. Like I said, I mean, because when you don't know someone, it's just her voice. And I was very happy the way she used her voice in the film. And, it's actually, I mean, all the right notes, because even though we don't see each other, but it's that give and take. And it was quite tricky for her, because she's just, as a voice in the film, is that when I performed everything, she had to come in and build those bridges in between, reach
Yes.
from. So additional responsibility is to understand the film, understand my graph, and then go about giving it your own. So that yes, Shruti, you've done a pretty good job, man.
Making that graph and bridge, I would say. But then, guys, tell me one thing: as actors, how do you guys approach your characters? Like, do you have like this a way of actually approaching them, or is it like a graph of, okay, this is the kind of role that I want to see myself, and what kind of things do you like want to see yourself ahead in?
I don't know. I look at the story. First thing is the story has to be.
Okay.
Earlier, it used to be I used to look at the character first, but now I want to be part of memorable stories. So that's what is really what drives me towards a project, and then obviously my character and everything. And yeah, through that, try to explore yourself, as an actor and as an artist, and just enjoy the process.
Okay, what about you, Shruti? How is it that you approach a role or a character or a project for that matter?
Well, technically, there are many ways that you go about, but how I approach a character is that, first of all, the first thing that I do is just keep reading the story till I can relate to the character. Till I can meet, probably in one reading or probably in 3 readings, till I can understand and I can relate to what is this character, what is she doing for this story. And then after reaching that point, work backward is what it is easier for me to work like that. So then once I have that whole thing, then I kind of, break it down. And I don't know if that makes some sense to you, but yeah, that's what
It is. But then
No,
please.
I tell you, so sorry. I mean, they say about this, I was saying this earlier, that no matter how good a restaurant it is, never go in the kitchen. So, it's like about acting. I mean, you never want to know the process, so, it's off limits.
Let's not
So
do that
many
thing.
things.
Okay. But then I would love to know here is because, fans के पास शायद जब मैं भी देखूंगी, as you just said, I might have my favorite scenes. I might have my favorite moments in the 1800 life. But then if I may ask you, while shooting, was there a moment that you think that you feel that the fans will really like, that they will get a very different perspective over that one that you personally feel is your favorite scene?
हाँ, I mean, this, तो ये जो है जो आवाज जिससे बात हो रही है फोन पे, it came out as an improv that she, because the voice tries to be friendly and be a friend and stuff like that, sweet and lovely and charming and everything. It's because my character is in such a state of mind that because she uses a lot. Come on, don't do this, look up in life, this and that. We like really, while I was in the shoot, it was like, really, stop this business of yours. It's really, really annoying. So that came out as an improv. So that वो करते हुए बड़ा मजा आया था. It's because you're living the character. Someone is giving you the cues when you're shooting, and it's like one thing again and again they're saying. It's like whatever it is, just stop this first. Then we'll deal about things. So
okay. What about you, Shruti? Which one? Yeah, he just said again. But then what has been your favorite scene?
So funnily enough, we've never spoken about this. This was the only scene that was troubling me, the only part of the entire thing that was troubling me, is that I don't use the word as much as I'm supposed to be using it in film. It really troubled me, and I told Manvi, she's really using a lot of it. Can we tone it down? She's like, no, she is the girl who, everybody, today's lingo is finishing off a sentence with, yeah.
Yeah.
She is from, yeah, it is. So she speaks the new age lingo, and that's how she communicates. So we have to keep that. It's just troublesome for me because I have to say yeah that many times. So yeah.
So I was saying that now that we get to see this character, 1800 Life, a very different kind of story. What are those kind of genres or characters that actually excite you, and you guys feel that it might be difficult to be a part of those, but you still would want to try your hand at?
Maybe a musical would be pretty tough, but would be interesting to do.
Okay. What about you, Shruthi? What kind of roles will excite you that you feel will be tough but yet so exciting?
I always imagine myself to play a superhero. I think everybody
Which
does that.
superhero do you think yourself as?
I'll come up with a new one. Water girl or something. I don't know. Something to come up with. Drinks a lot of water.
Okay, last
but
one.
I always pictured myself, yes.
As a superhero. Okay, last one, just because you got these blank calls and you got this very weirdish call because you couldn't see the caller for that matter. If you guys had to actually give a sneak peek into each other's life, what are those two things that the fans will get to see? But from your vision, Divyenndu, you tell us about Shruthi because you've worked with her, and I'm Shruthi, you tell us about Divyenndu. Two things that the fans will get to know about Divyenndu if from your eyes.
That Shruthi is really big time into cars.
Oh.
And B, she's really selfish.
Are you serious?
Why am I selfish? Okay, she didn't ask for an explanation. She just said whatever you think.
Yes.
What? Okay. What
All
about
right.
you?
Divyenndu likes the color white and check shirt. And this is for real. He likes check shirts. For real. It's not because he's wearing one right now. And he's also into wooden art.
Wow, this shows how well you guys have started, I think, knowing a little about each other. But then the last thing I would love to know here is, because I'm sure the fans will have their takeaways, they'll have their own reasons of watching it. What was your takeaway from 1800 Life?
It is of course based on artificial intelligence and human interaction. It will make you think about how much you rely on technology, how much you rely on, how much artificial intelligence has kind of encroached, I would say, given this particular time, how much it's encroached into your life and made it such a part of your life that you can't even really suck it out and put it aside anymore. Having said that, there are ways in which we can be human in ways which you can control and govern our own privacy and things like that. But it will still make you think the age-old question, whether technology is a boon or a bane.
Okay, what about you, Divyenndu?
Yeah, pretty much similar. I mean, it's just to start a conversation or a debate about the interference of AI in our lives and where to draw the line, how to control it, how much to trust, and the future of AI with humans.
Well, thank you, Divyenndu. Thank you, Shruthi. I wish you all the luck, and I really hope that we get to see more of you together. And it's a pleasure having two of you only on Television.
Well, that was Divyenndu and Shruthi for you people, and this is Vishakha Pandit signing off for now. I really hope that you guys will enjoy watching this short film on Amazon Mini TV. Until then, do tell us in the comment section below what you think about today's interaction, and also if you have watched the short film, what was your feedback for this one. Stay tuned to Television for all the more updates about the Tele world.
Know all about the Tele world by subscribing to Telechucker's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.